Do you guys have any stories about like the biggest cock block you've ever received from family members? I was seeing this girl. I don't remember how I met her. I think I randomly saw her on Facebook one day, and I was just like scrolling through like suggested people you may know, and I saw her and I was like, oh, she's pretty cute. So I added her. Come to find out that she's 19 years old.
Oh.
And I was 14 years old.
Oh.
And I hit her with my special liner, just, you're pretty cute. After that, I don't know where the conversation went, but I just know later that night, the next day, it was a weekend, there was no school. I was like, you want to go watch a movie together? So we had plans to meet up. And keep in mind, like, this girl, I was like risen her up pretty well. I went out of my way and I sold my guitar just to be able to afford this date because I didn't have a job. I'm fucking 14. So we get to the theater and my friend dropped me off. I walk up and I'm looking for this girl. Little do I know that she has like this hoodie on and she's sitting on this bench all by herself, but I didn't realize it was her. And then I just see her walk over. It's like a fucking movie scene. She pulls off her hat, her hoodie at the same time. She like throws her hair back and everything like that. So we walk up, we're trying to pick a movie. At this time, I'm like, I don't know what movie. She recommended a Disney movie, but I was like, fuck Disney. I don't want to watch a Disney movie right now. So I was like, let's watch Hitman's Bodyguard. Whole time throughout the movie, she was not interested in this movie. Good ass movie though. Anyway, we just started walking, and then this is when the main question was dropped. She's like, you a virgin? And I was like, I didn't know what to say. I was like, do I say I am? Do I say I'm not? Yes. Do you want to lose it? And I was like, yes. And she gave me a kiss, and then we were trying to find a spot to like do the deed. So anyways, as we were trying to find it, we went behind, this was at the Spectrum, keep in mind, and we found this fucking creepy ass wooden bench just chilling behind all these stores in the dark with like little bit of light shining down on it. So we're sitting there. At first she had her legs crossed, and then when she sat on the table, she spread them nice and open, and I was like,
did it smell like a fish market?
I was about to say, is there a fish market nearby? So from there, like, I didn't know what to do. I'm a fucking virgin, bro. And I'm pretending like I know, like I've done things with women, but I never did, you know, fucking sitting there playing Black Ops 2 every night. And we're sitting there and I'm just looking at her, and then she's like grabbing my hand and she's guiding it across her thigh. She had really soft but ginormous thick thighs. She's gliding my hand under her thighs, and then I feel her underwear. Out of nowhere, I start like slowly pulling it down, and I see them. They're pink underwear and they're like off, but they're like down to her like ankles almost. So I was about to fully pull it off, and she slowly, it's like a movie, she's just slowly spreading her legs. My phone rings.
Oh, God.
And I'm sitting there like I'm like, do I answer? Who is it? It's my mom. I pull my phone out from my back pocket, I put it on the floor, I flip it over, and I'm still midway pulling. One is off, the other one's off, and like she's about to spread her legs. I'm about to see fucking heaven, and then I look over and it's my dad calling me. So I'm like, answer the phone, and I'm like, hello? He's like, my dad answers, he's like, where the fuck are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm at the movie theater. He's like, yeah, I know, I'm here to pick you up. And I was like, well, Josue was gonna pick me up. And he's like, no, he told me to come pick you up. And I was like, oh, well, I'll be there soon. So as soon as I was talking to my dad, I see her she yanked her underwear from my hand, she put them on. She got up, and then I'm like,
what are you doing?
You don't want to finish real quick? Like, you don't want to do this? Like, I've never done this, but we can be quick.
Trust me, I'll be done fast.
I'll be done fast.
It won't take long at all.
All he needs 30 seconds, maybe less.
Probably, like at that, if you're ready to go, she's warming you up like that, and you're like never done it before, you're gonna get in there and fucking make a mess.
So anyways, I'm like, my dad's here to pick me up. Most embarrassing thing to say. So we started walking back to the theater, and I tried holding her hand. She would not hold my hand. Like, she held my hand walking to McDonald's, but she would not hold it again. We get to the theater, my dad's sitting there in the truck with my stepmom at the time, and he's like, who's your girlfriend? I'm like, oh, like, I look at her like, I'm like, are you my girlfriend? Like, are we?
Oh my God!
Are we dating? Like after this first date, like,
hold on.
I'm 14.
Hold on, I need a second to take that one in.
I'm like, are we? Does this consider as a date? Like I bought you, like, I took you to the theater. You know, I bought you McDonald's. You know, like, are we dating too now? Like, do you need a ride home? My dad's like, does she need a ride home? I was like, do you need a ride home? She's like, no, I'm gonna get a ride from a friend. We go home that night. My dad was like looking at me. He looked back. He's like, you know, I'm not even mad. Like, she had an ass on her.
You should have been like, I am. What the fuck, Dad?
I am. No, it wasn't until years later I told him about this story, and he's like, "You should have just texted me, bro. I would have been proud." And I was like, "Well, yeah, thanks for that, man. Thanks for cock blocking me, bro." So then we go home, and I text her, and I'm like, "Hey, did you get home safely?" I didn't get a text that night until 4:00 in the morning. She's like, "Oh, I just got home from a friend's house."
Ooh.
Oh.
I was like, then it wasn't until she said like, "Yeah, he dropped me off just now," and I was like,
Ooh, fuck.
"Okay."